Yo, what's up guys, new dragon rulers were announced earlier today, so let's try them out, let's take a look. They are super solid. The first one, I think it's the better one, the best one, one of the best. They're all support is fantastic. The light one is basically a smaller baby dragon ruler. Discard, itself with like either a light or a dragon type, and then you can search basically two dragon rulers from your deck, so it's a double search. Fantastic. So you can search the attributes you miss. They also got a smaller dragon, a dark one, which you can also discard with a dark or a dragon, and then reborn two different dragon rulers from your banished pile. So again, fantastic. Targeting those new rank 7 exceeds. So it depends which one you want to go first. I guess Eclipse might be the one you want to go first. Depends if you have those smaller rulers in your graveyard or banished pile to be targeted. It's the one that you detach to if your opponent activates a spell or trap to negate. So it's a spell and trap negation. Plus, you can target like a smaller ruler and then reborn its counterpart from the deck, for example, and then send back the smaller baby. Fantastic. So it's a nice extender. Same basically for this. This one is a volleyball chain, plus it's a quick effect, so you can use it during your opponent's turn, and it will copy the effect of the sent ruler. So let's say if you send Blaster, you can pop a card from your opponent. If you send, where is it, Tempest, you can search a ruler, so you can search the light one, this card. You know where I'm going to, so it's fantastic support. They also got a new Towers alike monster, which I guess is fine. I'm not so sure that I want to run it. You could definitely play this one in dragonmaids, but I'm going for this one, the Red Rose, because of the JNX one. Fantastic card. So let's see some replays. Alright, so this is literally like the first day, the first few hours toying around, and this is MD Pro. It's somewhat hard to test with the current TCG ban list, because as you saw in the deck list, I would definitely put in, 3 Unicorn and Birth for those rank 7 exceed plays. But I think with their servers, I'm not so sure. You can only run 1 Unicorn, so that's not worth it. And stuff like, it's basically, I think it's using, the OCG format, but very similar to Master Duel. Maxi Legal, Call by the Grave Legal. I mean, it's just to showcase the new cards. So go for the light one, Foolish Burial to copy. You could send Tidal, Foolish Burial, something. I guess you could go for like a lock, something like Spell Canceller, Christia or something like that, and then reborn it during your opponent's turn by sending Redux. That's cute, but I think in a real case scenario that might rarely happen. Because again, like half of all of my replays, I'm getting ashed, whatever, right? Like everyone is main decking tons of hand traps. So go for the JNX one. I like the Rose package. That's so nice. So 1 spell and trap negation on field. JNX as multiple monster negation depending on the attributes. So you can banish the rulers during their turn and then search, and then end on Sphere as well. So a couple of interruptions. Not like wow, the most superb board. But as you know, if you survive, you have your rulers in the graveyard to be. It's basically your second hand, the graveyard. A couple of kaijus. That's fine-ish. So entering the battle phase, we can bounce the Exceed. This will trigger, put Blaster in attack to lure its attack, even though it doesn't really matter, because we can use the Exceed to detach to send any dragon, ruler, right? And then copy the effect. We go for Blaster, so we can pop a card, Blaster is returned, and now we are basically safe for almost any form of interruption. And also the cute part is that the light and dark baby rulers, they also have in-graveyard effects to special summon their counterpart from the graveyard. That could facilitate your towers, because that one needs 2 rank monsters, so 2 exceeds. So anyway, go for Changing probably, and then, banish the rulers, etc., banish a card from your opponent, etc. So I think you definitely need to run the babies, the smaller ones, all 4 of them just fine as a one-off, because again, you're able to send them back to the deck if you really need to. So Tempest hits the fields. I mean, this is game, right? You have Masquerina. Go for the Eclipse one that extends into basically any of my rulers. This time this was the Redux, Reborn Redux, and this should be more than enough, right? Morphing Jar, but we're going to negate that with JNX, yep, so banishing Redux and potentially using Redux, so that's really nice. Yeah, we can speed it up a little bit. So I mean, you see the shenanigans where this deck is going to. It's really awesome. It definitely has some nice synergy. So double 7-star sword, again, fantastic card. I think 3 is far too much. 1 is too less, so 2 is fine. Dragonmaids. It's on my radar to test as well. because I mean, with all of the rulers back at 3, searching the smaller whatchamacallit, dragonmaids, and the new fusion as well is fantastic. Puts up an Omni negation during their turn, during the standby phase, so really nice. But you see the Nibiru is there, so it's just let them extend. The Trish is cute. What is it? It banishes a top card from your opponent's deck, 1 card from your extra deck, your opponent's extra deck, and then 1 card from your deck, and you can pick that 1 card. So technically, okay, you can banish, what is it, a ruler from your deck, but imagine me milling or revealing a ruler, I would have gotten a Surge. So, I mean, you're not doing that in Mirror Match, probably. So this is also fine-ish. He still has this, you know, new Dragon Maid, so that could potentially turn itself into the Omni negation with Sphere. That's fine. I mean, he kind of sacrificed some of his rank 7 exceeds, right? He probably could have gone for a much bigger field. He can extend to Little Knight, but again, I have multiple plays ready for next turn. I think it's, yeah, Little Knight, but Little Knight here is not really that big of a deal. You can just attack over it and then extend. I also think his only ruler in graveyard is a Tempest, so we can draw, potentially force out an Ash, search out Steam, and then, you know, we can establish our board. Depends on which rank 7 we want to go first. Probably Eclipse for Extender. Ah, okay, Light. To go for, that is the Light one. To go for the Light. Ah, no, I already had access to 3 Tempests, so I wasn't able to send Tempest to serve the smaller Light ruler. So go for Eclipse, Reborn something, yeah. I guess you could probably should go for the Eclipse first. Again, depends a little bit if you already have a smaller ruler, because again, that gives you protection for Impa. Small mistake here, I should have not go for this one, the Doom Rider, because that one has a quick effect. And what is the other dragon? The Scrap Dragon one. I'm going to summon it in a few moments. So banish as Descent, Dark, banish as the special summon Doom of my banished pile. So good. Get them back from your banished pile. And this one is not quick play. It's a Scrap Dragon, so I should have switched it around to give me more interruptions. That's a nice top deck. We are definitely negating that. We don't want to give them 2 draws. So this again, really cool. An Omni negation, right? Well, Omni negation, a spell and trap negation. You still have Bounce here, you have a Little Knight still, and the ruler would have, should have been Doom Rider for another beneficial pop. The new spell, I overlooked it. I probably should have banished that one with Little Knight. I overlooked it. It's, what does it, banish itself from the graveyard to get back all of your rulers from your banished pile to the graveyard. But he's committing with his rulers. So that makes it so that Little Knight can just banish one of them, and he cannot go for a rank 7 exceed, so this should be more than enough. Right, yeah, we can go for game next turn. Going first this time, so we banish Light, we get max seeds, obviously. Luckily we do have Ash, but we can get a double search. Drawing the other rose is a bit unfortunate, right? You would rather want to have the good Red Rose Dragon, or the Red Rose, what is it? Yeah, you know which one I mean. So search the 2 different rulers, banish Ash, so that's already the Ash paid for itself, that's really nice. Discard Steam, and I still have my normal summon and go for the Eclipse probably. Can I extend? I should probably extend. Or we go for, okay, the Light one, and then probably send green. Okay, like these, like so many of my duels here, MD Pro. It's so hard, to get like actual replays. Get Ash, Ash is big. On this deck, because most of the interactions are 2 for 1. Discard like a small baby with a big, preferably a big dragon ruler. They Ash, that's big. That hurts a lot. So we go for the JNX one for a couple of monster negations. Go for Rose. Yeah, go for the monster reborn, and then probably it's either Chen-Ying, Dispater, or Sphere. Yeah, we go for Sphere and just pass probably. So a couple of negations plus. I think I have most attributes in the graveyard. Dragon Rulers again. Obviously, everyone wants to play deck test the new Dragon Ruler, so we can negate Steam. Banish Tidal to search. That's one, and GNX effect is not once per turn, so that's really nice. Let me see. Okay, the Armed Dragon. What does it do? Does it give you a draw? I don't know. So they banish the Light or discard the Light and can banish Spheres to negate that one, so that's really nice. Like I can imagine mirror matches already, when we actually get this new support and the other format is nuked. So this might actually be a super solid contender. It probably will. Like with this new support, it's that, I mean, this build is not optimized, but something like dragonmaids, it definitely has potential, but hardly any room for a lot of non-engine. It is what it is. We can imperm the Typhon and it should be game. So this is, I mean, it's obviously, I'm waiting. At least I should try it out more. Maybe some other builds like with dragonmaids, but I really like it. It's really fun, and you know, the new dragon ruler support, it's kind of sick, I'm not going to lie. Okay, feel free to leave suggestions. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Peace.